Good morning, everybody, and welcome to this week's From Boxes to Butterflies, which is going to be a special one because, it's one of those weeks where I don't know exactly who's going to show up. We've got our topic, we've got our focus, but it always depends on what people's schedules are like, what's going on. So it's going to have surprises. And hey, that's what makes these so much fun. I want to start off with my usual comment at the beginning. Check in with those around you, because I know there's so many people out there that they're having difficulties, or somebody that's had difficulties and now they look fine, but it could have been a death in the family, it could have been a medical emergency. Check in, because if I've noticed one thing about this world, and I've done it too, we become so good at putting masks on like we're doing fine. Unless you check in with others, you just never know. So please do that. Check in. In terms of my sponsors, hey, what can I say? My dear sis, Level Up Academy, leveling up the world. One person, 50 people, multiples. It's so much fun working with her and watching what she does through education, through podcasts, TV, radio, and press releases. So if you are looking to grow, you have something coming up that you really want to get out there for a press release, you want the world to know about it, then please reach out to her. She has press release programs. She has access to premium magazines. And with her, hey, she likes discounts. If she can find discounts, she loves to pass them on. And when, especially those premiums, they can be expensive, but she has these opportunities. So check in, touch base with CJ. Look at all the different places that she can get you into, the different industries. So it doesn't matter what your industry is, touch base with her, see what happens. And then we have the Hounds of Business and Mike Ashebrainer, the leader of the Hounds, the head pack dog, if you will. Here's a group that looks at collaboration over competition. CJ says it all the time. The Hounds, that's where they're at. Let's collaborate. Let's grow together. And the reality is, even if you do the same thing as somebody else, you don't do the same thing as somebody else. So just reach out to Mike, learn more about the pack, learn what they're doing, and see if you can find a way to join. Now, I got a couple of really special announcements, and I want to start with Russ. I mean, here's one of the sweetest guys on LinkedIn, and he talks about his cancer journey all the time. Keep in touch. Check out Russ's posts. He's got this opportunity to speak in New York at the beginning of October. And so he's making a special deal for sponsorship so that he can get the funds to go. I mean, if there was ever somebody that is perfect to speak on this topic, compassion, caring, Russ is him. And his story, he's the type of person, he needs to be on that stage in New York. He needs to be there giving people his story and lifting them up, because if there's one thing Russ is really good at, it's lifting others up. He's just got that soul to him. So check it out. Check out his QR codes, contact Russ, ask him any questions. And if you can help him out, be a sponsor. I mean, look at what you get. That's awesome. My dear sisters, CJ, Sandra, and then Dr. Dyer, They're having an event. They're going to be all speaking at an event in October on growing business in person, San Diego. You get a chance to go and talk and listen and then talk with them after their talks. You're going to learn so much from this. So if you've got that, if you're in San Diego, you're going to be in San Diego at this time, check it out, be there. I think there's even veteran discounts. So scan the QR code, touch base with Sandra. She's putting it together and help make it a phenomenal event, because with these three speakers, it's going to be. Then the Freedom Fight Expo. Jason Wilson has the Freedom Fight Expo, which is a monthly online mental wellness event. They feature incredible panel of experts, leaders in mental health therapy, health and fitness, spiritual well-being, and entrepreneurship, who are not just sharing their expertise, they're offering pathways to healing from trauma, unresolved hurt, and the chains of unforgiveness and resentment. And they're having this event next weekend, not this coming weekend, but next weekend, 2021-22. It's 2 hours each day. Check it out. If you have questions, reach out, let me know, reach out to Jason Wilson and attend, because these speakers, they've got an amazing group of speakers. And I will have Jason and a couple others on with me next week. So be sure to check in on that. And then, of course, we have the book. Well, actually, book number 3 for CJ and I, but the book, Rebel with a Cause. It came out over the weekend. It's a #1 international bestseller. And quite frankly, that's what we're here for today. I've got authors who are going to join me. But before the authors join me, I'm going to bring up, I don't know, I almost wanted to say twinsy.
Yes, yes.
It's like we're both blonde. And
Isn't that nice? You can just buy your hair color and change them every 5 minutes.
yeah, we've gotten good at that. It's let's see,
I'm proud of you, because before you're like, yeah, I bought 2. I'm not really into it. I really don't like it. Just, oh, no. And I keep looking at you like, you are going to wear wigs. And you're like, no, you know better than to say no to me. You know better.
Oh, I
So,
know better.
oh my
The
God.
minute you do, it's like, okay, I'm in trouble now.
Yeah, I love it.
Okay, so you are up for, you want to do a summary?
Yeah, I actually want to do summary, but because you're already up here, so I'm going to read your summary first. Are you ready?
Oh.
Okay, so this is what I wrote. See if oh my gosh, I need to read it. I have to go in nerd mode real quick.
I need some of those glasses.
So I can see. Okay, so I said, yours is Removing the Mask, The Importance of Belonging by Susannah Dawn. In Removing the Mask, The Importance of Belonging by Susannah Dawn delves into the profound struggle many face in their search for authenticity and belonging. My Sister explores how society, family, and personal insecurities often push individuals to wear metaphorical masks, hiding their true selves in attempting to conform to external expectations. Her anthology chapter is a personal journey of shedding this mask to embrace her authentic self and finding genuine belonging. My Sister recounts how the mask she wore throughout her life, covering emotions, hiding her struggles, and conforming to societal norms, ultimately distanced her from her true purpose. Now, she reflected on these masks became a habitual form of protection, making it very difficult to engage deeply with others or find peace within herself. Her narrative touches on the emotional exhaustion of hiding behind facade, highlighting how the pressure to fit into societal boxes lead to a sense of disconnection and lack of fulfillment. Her chapter also emphasizes that true belonging is not about fitting in or conforming, but about finding spaces and people who accept and embrace one's authentic self. My sister also explained that removing the mask is not an act of rebellion, a necessary step in reclaiming one's identity and finding a place where trust, vulnerability, and acceptance can flourish. Acceptance. Now, drawing from her personal experiences, including her battles with grief, depression, and societal expectations, my sister shares how she eventually found belonging with a close circle of trusted friends. She illustrates the importance of trust in creating spaces of belonging where individuals can reveal their true selves without fear of judgment. Ultimately, my sister's story is one of transformation, breaking free from the constraints of societal labels and personal fears to embrace her true identity. Her journey, she encourages others to remove their own masks, step out of the boxes imposed upon them, and seek connections that offer genuine belonging. I know that your message is clear, sister. Belonging comes from being authentic, trusting others, and allowing oneself to shine. So, your powerful reflection on the courage it takes to rebel against conformity and profound peace that comes with living authentically. Your story serves as an inspiration for others to embark on their journeys of self discovery and belonging. What
Oh,
do you think?
wow.
Don't cry. Your makeup is on point.
I know, I've got to go to an event tonight too. I got to keep it on point.
Seriously.
But you just, you have this ability to really see things. And I mean, sometimes I feel like what you just said, what you wrote is as long as the chapter.
You know me. I can write. I'm like, okay, let's go, let's go, let's go.
You do have that knack. I mean, we can both write. It just, it's different ways. You can just sit and all of a sudden you've got it. You've synopsized everything. Me, I have to think about it a little bit more. But everything you wrote, it's like it's amazing how you pick up everything in those.
Yeah.
And we have four authors in the
Ooh,
background.
surprise! Who's here? Bring them all up.
I'm going to. I'm just thinking about which way to go. You know, I just keep the surprises coming.
Yeah, why not? Ooh, ooh. Wait, where are you guys? Is red? You're supposed to be in rebellion here. Oh, there we are. Hello, ladies.
This was the closest I could get.
It's a uniform, okay? From now on, it's a uniform. That's what it is.
We need some of that rebel with a cause attire.
I know it's on our YouTube channel. You know that, right? I have a store. So you just go in the
I
store.
know you have a store, man. I haven't seen it yet.
Yeah, click it on YouTube. If you go to YouTube in my channel, there's a store and a community. So if you go to the store, you'll see all the swags. And Sister Danielle can even put Rebel with a Cause on her new pup, Coco Chanel. A little thing there. Her dog is a rebel now.
Mhm. She's cute.
Yes. Sister Susannah, who do you want to start with?
Let's start with Kim today.
Kim. All right. Kim, go for it. What is the question, sister?
The question for today is going to be, I want to know just a little bit about how it was writing in this anthology, and what do you hope that your chapter, how do you hope it will resonate with readers and inspire them?
Thank you, Susanna and CJ. Thank you so much for being here with all the sister rebels. I'm so grateful for being a part of this book. I guess writing this chapter take me back to my childhood is it heals some aspect of me that I thought that was healed. Revisiting in terms of the physical abuse from my, well, let the audience know a little bit glimpse about me. I was born and raised in Vietnam. So the discipline, my parents, my grandparents, the tradition was to really whip a child up whenever they make a mistake, to discipline them, to shape them to be a good human being. So for me, the confusing between beat me up, that expression of love from them. So as I wrote the book, I went back there and I gave myself a very good cry because my inner child was stuck over there somehow. So by writing this, revisiting that wound, I healed some of that trauma, being physically beat up, verbally abused from my parents, from my ex. So that part of me has been soothing. So I'm grateful for that, revisiting it, wrote this chapter. What I hope from this is as we come together as a collective, us here, a group of rebels that just represent there's a collective of humanity who's still in hiding, not knowing who they are, their value, be able to stand up for the light. We don't have to conform to our family history, how we're supposed to be, or the societal expectation of us. We can rewrite that history, give ourselves grace, give ourselves love. There's a community you can join us here. Level Up Circle community will gladly help you to support you to really stand, walk to that the dark night of the soul, to step into the light, because that's all we have. Light and love is our true essence. The rest is the illusion that we put on ourselves. It's time to take off that identity, that persona, that protected shield, because in vulnerability we can show up authentically for who we are. Because to me, vulnerability is our soul power. Our soul power. When we are vulnerable, the ego step aside. Now God can grace us deeply within our beingness, whatever that we need to heal. Yes, the teacher will show up, the healer will show up, the friend will show up. Just have the courage to be vulnerable, ask for help. So my intention is for all the mothers to return to love by loving herself, because she is the example, the model for the future generation. How does it meant to be in wholeness of motherhood, in parenting, and also raise the future generation? They can fully express themselves in safety, in love for who they supposed to be. Stand in that power and shine. That is a message for our mom.
I
And
love
that's
it.
Yep.
here.
I love it, Kim. Let me summarize your chapter for you. I usually do this for everyone, and tell me if I'm on point. I said, for Kim Lee, embracing the rebel within, a journey of heart healing. Um, she shares her transformative journey from surviving abuse and oppression to being a force for healing and empowerment. Growing up during the Vietnam War, Kim witnessed immense suffering and violence, particularly against women and children. So, as a child, she prayed for change, asking God for a magic wand to bring happiness and helping to those around her. This early sense of compassion became the foundation of her life's purpose. Now, throughout her childhood and into adulthood, Kim experienced and witnessed abuse within her family, including harsh discipline that justified as love. Her personal rebellion began early as she refused to accept the idea that love could be shown through pain. This inner strength guided her through a toxic marriage where she faced verbal and physical abuse. In a life changing moment, she found the courage to escape that cycle of abuse and empowered by her desire to protect her children and live authentically. Now, Kim's journey of healing led her to become a master heart healer and relationship coach. After her divorce, she attended the Barbara Brennan healing science school where she learned energy healing and embraced her self-worth. Through her forgiveness and setting healthy boundaries, she developed the 7-step heart awakening process, which has helped thousands of people heal and transform their lives. Now, Kim's mission is to help women break free from cycles of abuse, honor themselves, and raise children in a world of love and respect. And her work is rooted in love, respect, and integrity. And she decided she is dedicating to advocate for women and children to create a more just and compassionate world. She encourages women to tap into their inner power and take a stand against domestic violence, sharing her story to inspire others to find their own strength. Now, a proud mother and grandmother, Kim continues to spread her message of healing and empowerment through her Heal Your Heart and Thrive coaching program and the True Essence Healer certification program, where her legacy is one of rebellion against injustice, promoting love, healing, and empowerment for future generations. What do you think?
Wow, wow. You wrote it much better than I am. Thank you so much, Dr. Constant. I really appreciate you. You really have that powerful gift to really make a point more powerfully, because as the master heart healer, my right brain is powerful, the left brain still in the infancy state of development. So I thank you for your summarize how powerful that is. It's exactly what I meant with my chapter.
That's why I am your publicity queen. You see, I'm literally living. I seriously, I just found that power to be so powerful. More does that even make sense? Listen, English is my seventh language. Okay, so
You're
let's
doing
just
fine.
do it.
You're doing
Like,
fine, sis.
it's just that power of like summarizing people and connecting with their emotions is something that I truly like love and like get excited for when I see your face, because it's one thing to write about yourself, it's another if someone writes about you. That's what publicity is all about, right? And I love doing that. I'm like, yes, I can be my true self. All right, sis, your turn, whoever's next.
Well, I just want to say thank you, everyone. I have an appointment to attend, so I'm going to leaving. Thank you, Susanna, for calling me first. I
I
will
knew
listen
that.
to the
That's
recording. I love you. Thank
Bye.
you, thank you, thank you. Have a magical day. Bye.
Who's next on your hot list, hot seat?
on the hot seat. Let's go with the one that has Coco Chanel.
Okay.
Hi, everyone. Happy whatever day it is today, Tuesday.
Don't go today.
Oh my gosh. I forgot the question, Susanna. Can you tell me the question again?
It gives you a moment.
Oh heck,
No.
I made it up anyway. No, just trying to be brief. A little bit about the experience with writing, and then really, what's the message or lesson that you're looking for to resonate with readers and inspire them to take action.
So for me, the writing experience with Dr. Leland and Susanna as the most amazing publishers has been quite safe for me. Actually, when CJ approached me to write, I said no. And yeah, don't tell CJ no. And so it's been very freeing and healing for me. Um, and this is my fourth experience with Susanna and CJ. So yeah, this is the first one where I don't feel like, oh my gosh, rethinking every piece of it. As far as the message I want to get out to everyone is just what I always say is to lead with empathy in your heart. That sometimes rebellion is in the quiet moments and in the small things that we do every day. It can be a smile, or opening the door for someone, telling them how much you love them, or saying, have a great day, expressing our gratitude. And I think that's the way that that's something that I would like to get across to the audience is that rebellion, mine at least, is a rebellion of the heart. So, yeah.
Okay, are you ready for your summary? Of course, our host
Are
went
you gonna
away.
make me
So I'm
cry?
taking over. You can cry. You have glasses on. You're like,
Okay, okay.
okay, so this is what I said. Rebel with a Cause, Embrace Your Light, and Start with Love is an anthology by my sister Danielle of personal reflections and insights, focusing on the quiet rebellion of living authentically and leading with love. In a world that often values conformity. Now, Danielle shares how embracing her unique light, her ability to speak up, challenge the status quo, and protect those she loves has been her form of rebellion. Drawing from childhood memories of her grandfather's quiet but loving actions, Danielle reflects on how cultural expectations, particularly in Filipino culture, shape her understanding of respect, family, and self expression. Now, despite growing up in a collectivist society where questioning authority was seen as dishonorable, Danielle's journey is one of learning to trust her voice and carve out her own path. She acknowledges the pressure to conform, but through the support of her parents and her own determination, she found the courage to rebel by living authentically. Her concepts of rebellion is not destructive but transformative. She sees rebellion as an act of love, defending what is right, challenging societal norms, and creating space for others to shine their light. Through her work as a CEO of Castañeda and Manaus Consulting, CMC, Danielle empowers organizations by promoting leadership that starts with the heart. She believes that leading with empathy can transform workplace cultures, improve organizational health, and create lasting positive impact. Her chapter emphasizes the power of authenticity, courage, and compassion. It encourages readers to embrace their uniqueness, stand firm in their beliefs, and dare to lead with love, making a meaningful difference in the world. Through her own journey and experiences, Danielle invites others to be rebels with a cause, to live purposely, and to inspire others to embrace the inner light. And in the end, the book is called to action is a movement of love, empowerment, transformation, and encouraging readers to embrace their light, lead with empathy, and create positive change in their communities and beyond.
Oh, you. Uh, Before we go to the next person, I don't want to take too much time, but just to say that, that's the power of friendship, um, and the power of being seen and loved. And that's how, that's my message that Dr. Leland so eloquently put. So thank you, sister. I'm so grateful for you and honored to be here with so many leaders. So thank you.
Yeah, saying no to me the first time, and I just keep knocking on the door. I'm like, I know your full potential. Open up.
Oh, I love you.
All right, hot seat.
But that's what you're good at, sis, because when there's a lot of times people will say no and you're like, okay, and you let them go. But others, you see something and it's like, no, 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 no. You don't get to say no. Maybe, but not no.
Crack that door open for me a little bit. I do see, like, if the person has full potential, sometimes even if they give me attitude, I just shake it off. I'm like, okay, you had a bad day, but you're really a good person and you really have good purpose. So I'm gonna keep knocking on that door until you say STFU CJ bye, and then I'm like, okay, fine, bye permanently, But like, if I see your full potential, I'll keep knocking on that door.
Exactly. Oh, let's see. We're down to two. I'm gonna go with Lily for this one first. I just have this reason why I'm holding off on Michelle, and I'm not totally sure, but Lily's next.
Hello, everyone. I'm so excited to be here. And could you repeat the questions, please?
Of course, I keep making it up as I go anyway. So it's a basics of a little bit about what it was for writing the book, because I know it's different for everybody. But then really, what's the message? What is it you're hoping that people will get from your chapter that will resonate and basically ignite their own awareness to take action in their lives?
Okay, first of all, I loved my experience. I truly, truly loved my experience. Because as I've shared before, this is my first definitely my first anthology. And what I wanted to say, I'm like kind of hesitating because I'm going, it sounds funny, but this is my first piece that I'm able to articulate what my thoughts are in English. I'm not referring to other languages as Chinese or whatever, but I'm literally referring to the fact that I'm able to articulate my thoughts into a language, into English. Okay, let's just say, because I'm all about light language, and truly, it's funny because for me, you know how some people they can actually write lots, journal. I'm not one of those people, and lots of people say, just try automatic writing. I tried and I can't. However, having said that, I can literally pick up a pen and paper. I can start writing light codes, literally pages and pages and books of light codes. And I'm good with that. Like I can totally channel tons of it. That's why I'm saying this. I love this experience. And Dr. Leyland and Susannah, they were able to help me articulate what it is that I am trying to convey. And I'm so looking forward to the summary too, because I know it'll be even better. But however, basically, what I'd like people to take away from this is I'm hoping that this piece, this chapter will assist you in raising your consciousness, in raising your vibration, and to allow you to maybe tap into truly who you are, truly. And because once you're able to tap into the light language, which is simply put, everybody, all of us have it, like meaning it's a soul dialect. It's the vibration of your soul. We all have because we all have, we're all living things. We're souls, right? So there's a tone, a voice, a sound. So what I would like everybody to take away is to raise your consciousness, and also at the same time, if you have a passion that you truly believe can help humanity, and it's totally outside of the box, light language, I mean, who talks about that? Please share with everyone else, right? Please do share, right? And whoever it is that is ready and resonates, whatever it is that you're saying, if they resonate with it, if they're ready to tap in, you will help many. So thank you.
Should I do a summary?
Yes, I've been waiting for this since the beginning, since it started.
Okay, so I said, in Awakening the Light Within, a quantum journey with Lily Lee, Lily takes readers on a profound spiritual and healing journey, guiding them towards awakening the light within themselves. Through her experience as a quantum light language healer, abundance activator, and healer activator coach, Lily shares insights into the transformative power of light energy in the quantum field, inviting readers to explore their spiritual gifts and step into their true essence. Now, her journey began with childhood fascination for alternative healing, leading to encourage with spiritual phenomena and culminating in a deep spiritual awakening after personal losses. Her experiences, including visions, premonitory dreams, and encounters with light language, opened her awareness to the unseen realms and helped her understand her role as a healer. Through her story, she emphasizes that everyone has the potential to activate their own light and innate healing abilities. The anthology explores the concept of light language, a vibrational form of communication that transcends words and enables deep healing and spiritual connection. She also explains how light language can rapidly elevate vibrations, heal emotional and physical imbalances, and help individuals reconnect with their higher selves. By activating this powerful modality, Lily helps others awaken to their multidimensional nature, enabling them to access a life of abundance, joy, and purpose. Now, her mission extends beyond personal growth. She aims to normalize light language and guides others towards embracing their psychic and healing abilities. Her teachings offer a path to holistic abundance, encompassing health, love, and fulfillment. Through her inner mystique awakening program, Lily supports others by becoming confident healers, helping them share their gifts with the world and contribute to humanity's collective healing.
Thank you
Thoughts?
so much. Thank you. Yeah, that was absolutely amazing. I need to go back and re-listen and write it down. I love that. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
I can send you the summary. Don't worry. You don't need to take notes.
Oh, okay. That's amazing. That's amazing. And just before I go, everyone, audience, honestly, like if you have, I'm sure you probably already know, but I just want to reiterate. Dr. Leyland has so many amazing programs and amazing podcasts and so on and so forth out there. They are just so super inspiring, and they are absolutely tons of knowledge, really, tons of knowledge. And a lot of them are free. If you are interested in absorbing any knowledge that are either useful for your business, right, or even for your personal consumption, like for your personal growth, please take the time. Like there are tons of podcasts and this and that, whatever out there, right? We all know, but all of us are fair in the sense that we all only have 24 hours a day. So if you wish to actually tap into and join and listen to something that is actually extremely useful and that will help you grow, honestly, like take the time to actually join some of her whatever it is that she's producing. Literally, whatever it is.
I
Like
can't keep up
literally,
either.
I highly recommend. Okay, so yeah.
Well, I think we know who's next.
Do we? Do we? Our sister Michelle. Now you're gonna have to repeat that question. Go.
Hello.
Oh, she's got
I
a
know the
photographic
question.
memory.
Okay, good.
I've just heard it so many times. But no, I'm kidding. Really, this entire process has been very therapeutic. It's been definitely contributing to the healing process. When I was writing, I really was asking myself, like, what was it 10 and 15 years ago was I searching for to understand or to help me acknowledge or help me find a way or, so it wasn't necessarily who may be present or future I was writing for. In the beginning, it was the past and everything I had just went through and what I was experiencing and have experienced that I wrote for that. Like for all those moments when I felt alone and I would seek someone or something and it was just never there. And then like as it began progressing, I began asking myself like, okay, so when you've passed away and you're no longer on this earth, what is the message that you want to leave behind for your daughter? And I really just wanted to make sure that the message was for all of our future leaders and for all, anybody that was stuck in a moment that they was just fighting to be heard or fighting to make a difference. And I just put my heart into that. And you might hear Cody in this back.
Well, actually, what I want to know too is what's the message that you want your chapter to convey? What do you want to ignite in others from your chapter?
To just stop being silent. Like, it doesn't matter how hard it gets. Don't give up. Remember why you started and focus on where you're going and not where you've been. Because who I used to be is great. And if you know who that person is, great. But unless you've come knock on my door today and you had a conversation with me about who I am today, it's really irrelevant what you think about my past, because I'm the one that survived that. And a majority of it was by myself picking up the pieces. And I want, it's what can we do to ensure that our impact on the world and within society is positive and contributing to solutions, and not just repeated vicious cycles of conversations that never fix anything.
Because you're a doer, 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 doer. That's right. Because people like to talk until they're blue in the face. They go on stages, amazing conversations, but then nothing, right? Like the world is not going to change if you just keep talking. Yes, it encourages people to do something, but when you're a doer, you got to show up, right? You got to do something to show somebody. Like imagine if I say, "Oh gosh, I wish I had 500,000 downloads and I don't do anything." How is that going to help? Right? Oh, I wish that I could go and eat out. Okay, then go eat out. What's stopping you? Right? Stop wishing, start doing. Ooh, I'm important, didn't know it. Okay. Anyhow, would you like me to give you a summary, or you're like, nah, I skip it?
Of course, I want to hear it.
Okay, here it goes. In Uncompromised, The Strength to Stand Alone, Michelle Ramos shares her deeply personal journey of rebellion, resilience, and advocacy. Unlike traditional notions of rebellion as loud or destructive, Michelle's defiance is rooted in her quiet, relentless refusal to accept systems and circumstances that fail her and others. Her battles span multiple arenas, including the healthcare system, educational system, and legal institutions, where she faced injustice not only for herself but also for her daughter, who struggled within these flawed frameworks. Michelle's journey began with confronting the educational system that dismissed her daughter's needs, followed by navigating the healthcare systems that treated them as statistics. Through these experiences, she realized the necessity of rebellion, not just for survival, but to create meaningful change. Now, this realization led to founding of Don't Raise Statistics, an organization focused on helping marginalized individuals fight systemic injustices and stand against societal norms that enforce compliance over well-being. Michelle's rebellion extended beyond institutions to personal relationships, where she made the difficult decision to break free from toxic family dynamics, emphasizing the importance of boundaries for self-preservation. Her story highlights that true rebellion is fueled by desire to protect and empower others, creating a ripple effect of positive change that resonates throughout the community. Her anthology, Michelle reflects on her advocacy work, sharing how her struggles of poverty, healthcare, educational, turn her into a determined leader who now empowers others to challenge their obstacles. Through Don't Raise Statistics, she mobilized communities to stand against injustices and fight for systemic change, building a legacy of purposeful rebellion. Now, ultimately, Uncompromised is not just a personal story, but a call to action, encouraging readers to embrace their own strength and defiance. Michelle's message is clear. Rebellion is not about rejecting authority for the sake of it, but about standing firm in what is right, even when it means standing alone.
Ah, see, no dry eyes. I mean, I just really published an article yesterday. I'm not at the victory spot. I'm drowning some days. I wake up every day knowing that I'm fighting the battle I fought yesterday. And I don't have the answers. But that's what I want people to see. You can be this scared of what your future holds, and you can just get up and keep going. And you can find the village that will support you through it. Just remember why you started.
You know what's really weird is that her eldest daughter's name is Angelina, and my daughter's name is also Angelina, my oldest. Because I have
And it's my
Angelina.
middle name.
Annabella. So, but she doesn't want to be called Tori. Bella's technically middle name is Vittoria because she's Italian, right? It's not Victoria, it's Vittoria, double T. And so when I'm pissed at her, I call her, "Hey Tori." She's like, "Mom, call me that and I won't speak to you again." So I say it all the time, and she still speaks to me, so I'm good.
Okay, so we actually have one more, sis.
Ooh, who's one more? Oh, hey, Dr. New.
Hey,
Dr. New.
What's up, New?
hey, sisters.
Hey,
Happy
sis.
Tuesday. Can you hear me okay?
Yeah,
Yep, we can hear you.
give
And
her a question.
you're up for the question. So we want to know, and we're trying to keep everything short. How was this writing experience for you? And what is it that you are hoping that readers will take from it to ignite in their own life?
Wow. Well, first of all, thank you, Susanna and CJ and the Level Up Academy for having this amazing anthology with Rebel with a Cause, with all of our amazing, really brothers and sisters around the world. For this message, for me, it's all about how do we lead ourselves first? Because in order for us to be the change that we wish to see in the world, like for me in the healthcare professional, as a pharmacist, as other who are also in this same space of, do I go with the flow or do I challenge the status quo? And for me, it's always been to put people first and to care, to genuinely care before profit. And I believe in all business, in healthcare, if we lead mindfully, intentions, where we are in every moment of our life, how do we serve our patients? How do we serve our communities? Are we genuinely care and compassionate with all that we've been giving, the experience in life, the skill set, with a purpose? And I really truly believe that the world is a better place if we're more spread more love and kindness and empathy and compassionate to others. When they feel it, the change of someone who is going through a cancer journey, that they believe in, someone else out there believing in them, that they can make it through, is a superpower. So that is what I see the world will be, and the challenge in that, Susanna. Not sure if because that is how I view it.
That's awesome.
Mhm.
That's awesome. Thank you, sister. I'm doing a summary of chapter. Would you like me to give you a summary of yours, or you're like, yeah, I'll skip it?
No, of
Okay.
course I always want, but give me a deep breath. Gonna see. Okay, go for it.
Meditation summary. Okay. I said in Mindful Leadership, Redefining Success with Compassion and Purpose by Dr. Ngo Trong shares her journey of leading with heart, mindfulness, and compassion in a world that often prioritizes profit over people. As a Vietnamese immigrant and clinical pharmacist, Dr. Trong's story highlights how defying societal expectations and choosing to lead with kindness can create meaningful change. Her rebellion isn't about defying authority, but challenging the norms that place profit over people, emphasizing that success is measured not by wealth or titles, but by positive impact on others' lives. Dr. Trung's resilience stems from her personal experiences, including navigating life as an immigrant, the loss of her father, and facing the challenges of adjusting to a new country while grieving. She found strength and gratitude, transforming grief into motivation to excel in her career and honor her parents' sacrifices. As a clinical pharmacist, Dr. Chung defied profit driven systems by advocating for holistic well being and prioritizing the human element in healthcare. Her leadership and wellness programs has helped reduce burnout and improve patient care, while emphasizing kindness and compassion are crucial tools for creating sustainable and impactful leadership. She also calls on others to join her, redefining success through these values. Now, her rebellion extended beyond her profession, inspiring a global movement of kindness. As a Texas Global Ambassador for Kindness Worldwide, she champions mental health advocacy and holistic health, promoting the importance of mindfulness, plant-based nutrition, and self-compassion. Through her initiatives, she fosters resilience, community connection, and holistic healing. Her message is clear. True leadership is about leading with purpose, compassion, and integrity. Her call to action encourages all of us to challenge conventional norms and embrace mindful leadership to create a more compassionate and connected world. Comments, suggestions, reactions?
Wow. I think maybe our fellow rebel sisters right here, maybe they can comment what their thoughts on the CJ. But yes, I truly believe that it will
I'm
change
just,
because I
I'm
think,
excited
you
to
know, we
write
have.
in her next anthology.
Yes, yes. We have to wait for Susannah. Susannah's leading this one. And her and I will have our 1:30 a.m. session maybe again. Last night, guys, let me tell you something, okay? This is truly an act of love for us because I've been doing this is my 10th book, right? And let me tell you something, it never gets old with the putting it together, right? Like her and I looked at each other. I'm like, why is this happening right now? Why are these things moving things around? Luckily, I am quick with my finger. Actually, my computer is not fast enough for me. Susannah's like, sister, it's still processing. I'm like, why is it still processing? And I'm very impatient when it comes to that because my brain is very quick and my hands can even keep up with my brain. And that's why I have three systems, like literally two laptops and an iPad and an iPhone at the same time, because I need things quicker. My ADHD takes over me. But last night we stayed until 1:30 to get our physical book out this weekend. This book out this weekend. So I want to let you guys know we're number one on a lot of things. Number one new release, number one on a bunch of other things. It's because of you, right? I do the foundation framework, but at the end of the day, it's your stories. It's your hard work, your effort, right? So if they attack our book, they are attacking you. That's literally how I feel about that as a community. Um, just saying it out there. But this is more of a foundation for movement. Rebel with a Cause is not just another anthology, it is a movement. We need to think about it, or what we're doing, how we're doing it, and who we're doing it, and be intentional on our move, right? Because right now there's so many disseminating information out there that's incorrect. I've heard a lot of incorrect things, and because of that, I was so livid yesterday when I heard something that's incorrect about podcasting, and I was like, I gotta get into the stage. So I'm gonna create a program. I'm gonna see to make sure that when you do something, you either go big or go home. Don't do half-ass job. Don't do it. I'm sure YouTube's gonna probably cancel me for saying ass right now. I said it again. Don't do halfway, right? If you can't do it, don't do it. And don't bait people to do something for you that you're not willing to do. I hate that, right? You can do this. You should do this. You must do this. Really? No, I don't have to do nothing. But how are you going to help me so I can do it? Stop talking about it, right? And so for me, I like a doer. I love people who do things rather than talk things. And if you make mistakes, I will hold your hand. I would rather hold you, pick you up in pieces because you did something and you're brave enough to do it than you just talking in high horse up on here. I don't care for those type of people. This rebellion that we're doing is for us and for the generations to come, for our future generations, children's of children's children's, right? Think about Michael Jackson's Heal the World, literally that song. Okay. And apparently, Sister Susannah showed me Elvis Return to Sender. So, Dynamic Village Sunday, it's going to have Return to Sender music. Just saying, we're going to do Elvis on Monday, on Sunday morning.
Just saying.
Just saying. Sister, what else do we have?
Considering we were listening to it at 1:30 in the morning or whatever.
Oh my gosh.
When you're like, what? There is a song?
Yeah,
I knew there was a song. I just forgot it was Elvis.
Oh my God.
No, this book, and I mean, I know we're getting towards the end of time. I want to know a little bit about how you felt the process went, the experience with the writing and the authors, because your writing this time, it was different than previous times. And we haven't really talked much about who we're dedicating this book to, which has not been something for the others, but it was something that it was you could never have expected. And to lose someone who was so excited to be in this book from the beginning, to how that impacted so many of us over the next 2 to 3 weeks. And you like done me. I'm like
We were the opposite this time.
so opposite.
When I found out that Jess died, I told somebody who called me and texted me, "You're lying. Get out of here." I just talked to her, right? But I turned my pain into purpose. And if you read my chapter, it's actually about losing user friends.
Yes. No,
It has nothing to do with Jess. She's not a user friend. But here's the thing. Oh my God, my AI camera is like going crazy. Jess, stop moving my camera. I'm right here. I'm just saying. That's what I always talk to, right? Life is so fleeting. I know when people they don't get it because they haven't lost people that they truly care about. But I realized in that moment that could have been me too, right? Like 2011, they told me I only had 6 months to live. 6 months. They're like, CJ, sorry, you're gonna expire in 6 months. I'm like, no, I'm not. He says who? Me. Nah. Um, Everything that I do, it seems like I'm all over the place and I'm working hard. I am, but I have a streamlined process, and Susannah and Danielle knows my process. I'm very quick, guys. I'm like, sometimes I feel myself. I'm like, I'm not a robot, right? Like I'm checking.
You're not a robot. I can attest to that.
I do very things like very quickly. I can think very quickly. I can read very quickly. It's really weird. I don't know how to explain it. But I think it's because I have a purpose that I'm still here. And my purpose is to use my platform to get as many voices as much as possible before I expire, because we all have expiration date. And my chapter is about inspirational, but I also wanted to connect with people that I've heard throughout this 8 months, 9 months, that we have user friends. We have people that use us for the sake of their own gain.
Mm-hmm.
And that don't feel bad for yourself. Don't go to pity party and saying, "Oh my God, I'm so dumb. I did this." Don't do that. Everything that we plan and everything that we do is we think we know. The man up there literally knows best. We like to navigate things like, "Oh, I got this." No, you don't got it. You gotta have faith and you gotta have trust that things will work out, right? And so when I lose friends, or if I see the friends, it's a choice that I made, and I'm gonna have to live with it. Just like Michelle said, you're gonna be able to don't look at the past, move forward, right? And so I've learned in this past 9 months, this year was hard for friendship for me, but I've learned to let it go. And I was so proud of myself that I didn't go to the mud with the pigs, right? I love pigs, by the way. I got 2 pigs in my house, like for I don't know how many, like real pigs. Okay. They told me it's teacup. No, 250 pounds later. Anyway, and I slept with the pig in my bed, my $6,000 bed of before. Okay. I'm just saying, when people try to gravitate to you and be negative to you, it's a choice. Don't go there. Let it go. It's really not worth it. It's not worth your wrinkles. Why do you think I don't have wrinkles yet? Because it's return to sender. That's what it is. You give me bad energy, I give it back to you, sister or brother. Bye. And then I run. I'm like, don't give me no more negative energy. Bye. And that's what I want people to learn, is that when your life gets tougher and harder, you need to be more discerning. You need to be more aware, right? When life throws you a freaking lemon, make a lemonade. I know that's cliche, but mine is about friendship. And this one, I turned my pain into purpose. I wrote in 2 hours my chapter. 2 hours. During that weekend that I was really having a hard time. And that was the only way that I could release my pain, was through writing. And then Susannah was the opposite of that. She wrote a chapter, not for this one, but for something else. We're gonna write a book on that one soon. But we go to writing to reflect our thoughts, and that was just to let you know is that Jess is in our hearts, and this book, all the proceeds actually goes to memory of Jess. The notebook, the ebook, and the book itself. I won't keep it. I want the good energy towards her memory.
Exactly. But I wanted to make sure, because this whole book, she is just as much a part of this book as everybody else. And the fact that we have that chapter in there for Jess, and the pages.
Oh, the extra pages. Yeah, I put extra pages here. Mm-hmm.
So after her chapters, those extra pages, because it's her. So she is a part of this book very much. And we are at the 1 hour mark. So I think we're going to close with just a quick, I want each of you to give me a quote, and no explanation. Just give me a quote that is where you're at right now.
Who are we starting?
Dr. New.
Okay.
In the world that it can be anything, let's be kind to yourself, some self-love, some empathy, and some compassion, and then pass it to others.
Lily.
If you think you can, you can. If you think you cannot, you cannot. You're absolutely right in either case. Choose wisely.
Danielle.
Embrace your light and lead with love.
Ooh, quick. Michelle.
We must recover loudly so others don't suffer silently.
I like that.
There's mine.
I know.
The only way to deal with an unfree world is to become so absolutely free that your very existence is an act of rebellion.
I think I'll take it with my own motto. I'm not what I used to be, yet I am who I've always been. Because you can't belong otherwise. So everybody, it was great having you. Thank you for being here and sharing, and getting to learn a little bit about what CJ sees in your chapters. And for everybody who came, it was great to see you. I'm glad you guys were all part of the comments. And I will see everybody next week for another edition of From Boxes to Butterflies. Thank you. Bye.
Bye, everybody. See ya.